Okay.
Okay,
Okay, we're ready. You want
So
to
I'd
call?
like to call
Yes.
to order the Camden Extension County budget meeting for 2020.
all right, the first agenda item is election of officers. And so at this point, nominations.
I'd make the nomination that we retain the same officers.
If I can make a recommendation, it might be easier if maybe if one of the commissioners.
Yeah.
With somebody here present in the room.
That's what I was just
That has an agenda in front of them. that-
Okay.
Just as a recommendation, but there's a nomination that's been made.
Commissioner Olson, I would be happy to nominate Commissioner Sarah if she would be so willing to act as chair of the budget committee in place of, and primarily so that we have somebody in the room with an agenda.
So we have a motion, so should we vote on that motion and then we need to vote on that motion?
Well, you have a nomination if you want to.
Yeah.
Vote on it, yeah.
I'd move that nominations be closed.
Is there just one position?
This is the chair.
Okay.
We'll do the secretary next.
I voted nominations closed.
All right, but we had a nomination to retain. So
Right.
we have to deal with,
Yeah.
So
And the
Brian,
chair would be the one to do that, yeah.
so Brian, there was there was two nominations that were brought forward. One, you were nominated, so you can go ahead and call for the vote.
Okay, I call for a vote on that nomination.
Okay, and then you can, all in favor?
Aye.
No, you get to say that.
You get to
sorry.
say that one, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, man. This is gonna be fun all day. All in favor?
Aye.
Sure. Aye.
Aye.
How about that?
And then all opposed, same sign, would be your next question.
All opposed, same sign. Ayes have it.
So let the record show that Brian has been nominated to continue to chair the budget committee.
okay, we'll go ahead with that.
All right.
So,
I mean, you're doing a great job leading him through reading it, so.
Okay, so the next, Brian, the next position that's we also need to elect is secretary. So you can go ahead at this point and call for nominations for the position of secretary.
I'd like to call for the nomination for the position of secretary.
I would nominate Chair Kula.
Do we need a second?
Second.
It's fine, sure.
Okay,
Second.
there we go.
So
And then Brian, you can go ahead, and is there any other nominations or you can close nominations?
If there are no other nominations, I'd like to close nominations for secretary.
Now you can go ahead and call for the vote.
Can I call for a vote for Counselor Kula for secretary? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. The ayes have it.
All right, great job, Brian. The next agenda item, I don't know if you have an agenda in front of you, but the
I
next,
apologize, I don't.
okay, the next agenda. Okay, the next agenda item is consideration of adoption of the Budget Committee minutes from May 23rd, 2019. And so you can call for a motion to approve.
Chair
Call
Stewart,
for a motion to approve the minutes of the budget committee from 2020,
2019.
2019, I apologize.
Chair, I would move approval. This is Casey Kula.
So I have a little, I guess, a slight problem with that. I've seen them in, so I don't feel like I can move on.
Could you repeat your question?
She didn't read the minutes.
Yes, yes. I'm actually seen the minutes, so I don't feel like I can vote on them.
She can abstain if she wants. If you still have a quorum, she can abstain and
You
not
can
vote if she
abstain
doesn't
if you
want to.
choose to from the vote.
Okay,
Still have a quorum, right?
Yes. So all approve, motion is all approval of the minutes, budget committee from 2019, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, same sign. The ayes have it.
Love that.
Okay, so the next item on the agenda is consideration of the approval of the proposed extension service district budget for fiscal year 2021, and it starts with the staff report. So Kelly, it's now your turn to make your presentation.
Thank you very much. Good morning. I'm Kelly Watcherson. I'm the local liaison and the administrative office manager for the Yamhill County Extension Service. My supervisor, our regional director, Richard Riggs, is also on this call. I want to start out by thanking the commissioners and the budget committee for being here. And especially I want to thank Carrie for setting this all up and making it possible so we could be remote. I want to begin the presentation with just a quick snapshot of an overview of our programs within the last year. Our 4-H program continues to focus on positive youth development. In the fall, the youth were surveyed using the Thriving Model evaluation tool. 14 clubs within the county were represented in that survey. And Yamhill County 4-H program scored above the state average. High on the list of elements of the quality program is that youth experience a sense of belonging, which happens when youth feel welcome, safe, supported by other youth, and that they matter in the program. These results were very high in Yamhill County. During the COVID crisis, several 4-H clubs have continued to meet virtually via Zoom, and those meetings have been facilitated by the OSU 4-H staff. The CS Pathways program is basically, it's a national program based on STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math. The U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics projects that in just 3 years, there will be 1.4 million computer science-related jobs and only 400,000 qualified job candidates. Thanks to a $25,000 national 4-H grant from Google, Mike Knutz, our own Yamhill County 4-H faculty, is leading Oregon's effort, which has reached over 3,700 youth with technology, resources, and training in Polk, Marion, and Yamhill counties in 2019. It's part of a national 4-H effort to expand the 4-H CS career pathway to reach more than 1 million youth over the next 3 years. Over 94% of CS pathway participants that were surveyed responded that as a result of the program, they are more confident in their ability to do computer science and would like a job in computer science. The outcome data for Oregon is stronger than the national averages. Another fantastic program that 4-H has been, I believe this is the 3rd year they've been doing it, is the Healthy Kids Club. And it was implemented to address the need to reach underserved youth and provide nutrition education. The 4-H Healthy Kids Club program provides nutrition education, physical activity, and basic cooking skills to encourage youth to make healthier food choices. Was funded by grants from the Oregon Community Foundation, Providence Health Services, and so far it's reached over 150 youth in Yamhill County's 6 housing authority apartment complexes. Clubs operate for 8 90-minute sessions, and they utilize best practices for youth programs. Healthy Kids Clubs also led by extension staff and teen volunteers. And I will just say this was really something to personally watch. It was the brainchild of Mike Caduce and Maria Falcon. She's one of our nutrition educators. She's a very long time extension employee, and she won a very prestigious educator award last year at our extension annual conference. And it is not common for an educational program assistant to win that award. So I just want to point that out. During COVID, they have been able to continue meeting with their participating families via Zoom. And in partnership with our local Ross grocery store and the grantors, the families were able to pick up the needed items for the recipes from Ross and not have to bear a cost on their own to continue in the program. Our Master Gardener volunteer hours never cease to amaze me. Within a week of working remotely, Yamhill County Master Gardeners works together with Heather Stobin and Carla Stables to set up a virtual clinic. Instead of being directed to the statewide Ask an Expert module, Yamhill County residents have phone and email access to our own volunteers to have their questions answered quickly and efficiently, just as if they had come into our office almost. The statewide folks recently developed a model similar to this, but we are proud to have just done it in Yamhill without waiting for the directive to come from somewhere else. It is something our little county tends to pride itself on. The Master Gardener program gave over 16,000 volunteer hours last year in our county. And within the program, they had various outreach, including Seed to Supper, which provided education about growing food to almost 70 low-income members of the Yamhill County community. And the community garden donated about 14,000 pounds of produce to White Cap. Our Small Farms program, which is also led by Heather Stobin, has been very active in olive research. Heather has been spending time at NREC on trials and partnering with local olive growers like Red Ridge Farms in Dundee. She is also working on the Crop Time Modeling Project and will be publishing information later in 2020. The research with the olives is important because that is a very up and coming item in Yamhill County. That there's been a lot of issues with the temperature and just our region itself, and they're really getting the varieties and a lot of great information dialed in on that. Our newest program.
Are you still there, Kelly?
you want to do a little pause for a technology break?
Is everyone else still on the call?
I'm here, Brian's here.
Okay.
I'm here, sorry.
Yeah, because there was a before that. Well, Helly is with us. Helly's farm office is much more organized than my farm office. I just want to acknowledge,
It's got a nice backdrop.
let the record show. Yeah, this is really going to dissuade a lot of people from watching the YouTube in the future. Exactly.
I want to see where the birds are coming from.
The birds must be coming from either Richard Biggs or Brian Stewart.
I love it. Stand up if I can. What if we just did a conference call?
I was gonna say, let's try and get her on the phone.
Just do a conference call?
Or is she muted and just can't hear us?
Because nobody's on video and nobody has.
Right. Even if she just called in, who'd
Yeah.
Do we have Kelly's?
So this is, let's go over and the update.
Let's move on to the updates.
Oh. Oh, yeah. Can we do that?
Do you want to try to get Kelly back on or move on?
We have to finish delivering the budget message and the budget.
And, is Kelly able to call in if she lost her computer connection? Do you know?
I've texted her,
Okay.
to see, this is Richard Riggs. I believe the commissioners all have the written version of what Kelly was reading regarding, extension activities through the course of the past year.
Yes.
And really what, the activities are, even though the numbers are specific to the year, what we've done over the past year is really not significantly different than what we've done in previous years, other than this past year, we've had an agritourism position that was approved, and then we split with Marion and Polk counties as well, and that person has been doing a lot of exciting work in the region. And we'd be happy to have her come and brief the commission at some time if you want some additional information from her on her activities. But otherwise, it's a status quo budget that, that we're proposing and that we've, as far as our positions for previous years. So I think with the the committee's approval, we can safely move on.
That sounds great to me, Richard. Thank you.
So then if that concludes the staff report, the next item on the agenda is if there's any public comment on the budget. And we don't have anyone here wishing to give public comment on the budget. So then the next would be deliberation and approval of the budget and tax rate. And if everyone's ready, and, you know, unless we wanted to have discussion before there's a motion on the budget.
Chair, I would move approval of the budget and tax rate. Oh. Look at that. I move to approve the Extension Service District 2020 through 2021 budget as presented and to set the tax rate at $0.0449 per $1,000 of assessed value.
I'll second that.
Kelly?
Hello, I returned.
Welcome back.
He is now joining.
Lovely internet day out here by Grand Island. Hey, Casey.
Every day is. Actually, Commissioner Olson knows
Yeah.
I got dropped on a call yesterday, so.
We have a motion.
Well,
You have a motion on the
I
floor.
obviously apologize for the disruption. Can you please tell me where I was when I dropped off?
Kelly, I think we, not that we didn't appreciate everything you had to say, but we've moved on.
Okay, great.
No. I'm just kidding. What we have is, at this point, we have a motion and a second to approve the Extension Service District budget and set the tax rate. So we're just at the point of a vote. If that's okay, unless there's anything that you didn't get to, that you wanted to get in before we voted.
Of course, there's always stuff I can talk about, but no, I think we're good. The one thing I will specifically address regarding the budget, was that the assessor recommended that we look at, 4 to 4.25%. And in our, wanting to be conservative, we did land at 3.75. That's the basic budget item I wanted to point out. Nothing has been, there have been a few small changes, and everything has been tightened up as much as it possibly can. So with that, feel free.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Kelly. No, I was just gonna say, we have a motion and a second. Do we want to, at this point, anybody else
Any discussion?
want to say anything? We can go ahead and vote. All those in favor of adopt?
Brian, you can ask if there's further discussion, and
You're the
if
proxy.
there's no further discussion, you can go ahead and call for the vote.
Is there any further discussion?
No further discussion here.
No.
At this time, I call for a vote. The proposed motion.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Bye.
All those opposed, same sign. The ayes have it.
Thanks, Chair.
All right.
Thank you.
So the last agenda item on here is any other business that the committee wishes to discuss.
Is there any other business the committee wishes to discuss?
Now, I'd just like to thank the Extension Service District. So thank you very much.
Yes, thank you all. I don't think people have any idea the reach that the Extension Service has in the various programs, and especially partial to 4-H. So thank you for all the work you do with our youth.
We very much
Thank you
appreciate
very much.
the support over the years.
All right.
Well, and I appreciate everyone's patience in as we navigate all the joys of technology and trying to conduct a public meeting this month as well. And so at this point, it's up to you, Chair. If there's no further discussion, you can adjourn the meeting.
I don't hear any further discussion. I would like to adjourn the meeting. I'd like to thank the counselors for all their patience with me, and thank you, the extension, of course. So the meeting is adjourned.
Thank you
did
very
great.
much.
Thank you.
Great job.
Very good.
Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you.